Welcome back to A Closer Look. I'm Linda Fontaine. Today, my special guests are with Johnson Elementary School, the principal, Stacy Edwards, and the PTO president, Ashley Hill. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we were talking about food. So everybody that comes to help out on the Community Build Day will get, or Community Build Week, everybody will be fed lunch and dinner, and all that's being volunteered. Are people making that and bringing it, or do you have some business sponsors bringing the food? Or?
We have had several restaurants in Kingsport that are donating food, but we are still looking for more, and we would love to have the community partner with us in donating food. And we know feeding 120 per meal is a lot, but there will be recognition of all of the food sponsors or material sponsors there all the entire week. We're planning on having a banner with all of their names that have donated.
And everybody that volunteers will make a promise to go to that place and eat.
For sure.
As a thank you, right? At least that's what we'll push for everybody to do, because that would be a really great way to thank them.
And we will have a warm place for them to eat. We have a large tent area that has been donated with sides, and we hope to have some heating in there. So if it's cold outside, the workers can come in and have a space to warm up and have some good food.
Now, we were talking about people coming and volunteer the 5th through the 10th. Just get on the website, come by the school. There's so many ways you can just get a hold of people to go ahead and volunteer. So castleofkingsport.com. You can call the school 423-378-2100.
It's 2300.
2300, okay. 378-2300. Or just go by the school itself and say, hey, I need some more information about this Castle Playground. How can I help? And if someone cannot be there, like I was saying, I might be out of town, what's another way that the community can help out?
Well, we have a PayPal set up online as well. I mean, monetary donations are always welcome. We are still actively fundraising, and that fundraising effort will go to more Port in Place on the actual play structure. Right now, we have enough funding to do a path.
And say what that is, Ashley. What is
Port in Place is like the rubber. What would be a good description, Stacy, of that?
It's a very soft, rubbery surface. So it's if the children, it allows better handicap accessibility, and it's also a safety feature for when.
It's a lot friendlier than cement,
right,
as far as forgiving if you fall down and things like that.
And much easier for a wheelchair to navigate than mulch.
Okay, so it's like that rubbery stuff you were saying at Warriors
and
things like that. Okay. So you're trying to raise more money so we can have that all over the playground instead of just in little areas.
Correct. So all of our fundraising from this point forward will go for the Port in Place. And right now we have a 12-foot path, and then the rest of it, our plan currently is to have the rest of the structure mulch.
Now, you mentioned to me before we were on the air, pickets. Tell me about the pickets program.
Well, we are so excited because just like you were saying, your kids are there, have played there. You can actually have your kid's name on the playground. So you can buy a picket and have them personalized, and their name will always be on the new Castle Playground. So those forms are also on our website and can be picked up at Andrew Johnson Elementary. So for $50, you can have your name on the castle.
And nobody says you have to just buy one picket.
Exactly.
You can buy a picket per kid.
And we have lots of pickets to sell. As you could see in the diagram there are 900 pickets that will surround the perimeter of the play structure. So we would like to sell all 900 of those, and we have a great partnership with the Kingsport Inventor Center. They have agreed to help us engrave them. So we hope that many, many people in our community will decide to leave their mark, literally, on this new structure by buying a picket.
That. Well, I plan on getting a picket or two, definitely, because like you were saying, Ashley, I told you that my kids loved going there. You guys welcome all kids from the community to play at that playground, and we did. We utilized it, and it'd be one little way I can say thank you is by buying a picket and helping out with the new one for the next generation.
Thank you.
Well, and Stacy, in a recent study we found, correct me if I'm wrong, but that we were the second most used playground in Kingsport City School, or in Kingsport City, behind Warriors in our region. So
I believe it.
And people drive from a good distance. You know, we have people from the area that drive it's almost like a destination
Well, I
to play on
believe
the play
it.
structure.
Well, especially when you were friendly for disabled children.
Right.
Like you said, there weren't many playgrounds built like that 30 years ago, and you had one. So that was a very valuable place for people to go with children with disabilities.
And we want to emphasize that this, just like we want it to be available for all students, we want all adults and community members to have a role in this as well. And so if getting on the website is not your preferred avenue of communication or registering to help with the project, again, just call the school and give us your name and your phone number, and someone from our team will call you back and make sure that you're plugged into this project. We don't want anyone to be left out, because this is an opportunity that's not going to come around for another 30
Hopefully
or 40
30
years. Yeah,
Well, the way they build them now, it might last even longer.
that's true.
It might
And
be a
that's a
40-year
good point
one.
that we haven't talked about, is the original structure was, of course, mostly wood, and this one will have that same wood appearance, but it will be more of a composite material, so the life expectancy will be much greater.
Improvements all the
That's
time.
for sure.
And so we were talking a little bit about, you mentioned with food, with sponsors. Now, last time they built the Castle Playground, Oakwood Grocery Store was still in existence down there. And you said they were fantastic at helping out building the structure, so that if you ran out of water or something, people could just run over to Oakwood, get some water, and they just gave it to you. So you're looking for sponsors, because right now you don't have any business sponsors in that.
Well, we are really still looking for a community partner. You know,
Okay.
the PTO is so lucky that we have Kingsport City Schools as a partner, and City of Kingsport is, partnering and helping us. But we would love to have a community partner, because during that build, there are going to be things that, we haven't anticipated for, running out of bottled waters or running out of paper plates or food. So we are really looking for community partnerships, and, we just appreciate everybody in the community that would be willing to help.
That would be fantastic.
And we've had great support from civic organizations that have stepped forward to help us out. And so it could be that there's someone in the community that has the resources to say, yes, we will step forward and make sure that surface is all poured in place, so we don't have to deal with the mulch entirely. So those are the type of sponsors we'd like to partner with.
That'd be fantastic. I know Food City does a lot of that type of thing in the community, so maybe somebody from there's listening.
Yeah.
And they might want to help out, because they are very helpful to this community. I can't even name all the things they've helped out with. So business sponsors, the pickets. Now tell me about tools.
So the tools that will be needed, we have an extensive list, and it's on the website. Folks can go there and take a look. But there are large things on that list, things like bobcats and backhoes and cranes,
Oh, yeah.
all the way down to hammers and screwdrivers. So we feel like we're in a really good place with tools. Most of the items on that list have been secured already, but there are some items that we need a lot of, like we need a lot of drills and a lot of impact drills. And so we are expecting those things will come from homeowners in the area. Folks who have those things laying around, and when we pull our resources, can get to the large number of those items that we need.
Okay, so that's very important. So I would see, I'm sitting here thinking if you buy the structure that they would provide some of those things, but I guess they don't. They just give you the playground itself, and you've got to find all the other resources to put it together.
That is correct, because the individuals that are overseeing the build are flying in from Ithaca, New York, and they are coming with just themselves. All of the materials, tools, resources have to be on site and ready to go, so that we can maximize their gifts and talents once they're on site.
Okay, so they're the ones that make sure you're putting it together correctly.
Yes.
That's right.
And that is very important. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just picturing some of the parents with the little blueprints. Okay, yeah, I guess that would be a really important
And
part
that's something that really differentiates this project. Is this is not a playground that we've just purchased. It's really customized in every way.
Yeah.
And so it needs that type of oversight and coordination.
That's fabulous. So again, let's go over this. March 5th through 10th is the community build to put the new Castle Park together at
Yes.
Johnson Elementary. Right now there's nothing. You guys, it's gone.
Blank
Before
slate.
winter break, you guys demolished that. So now it's Let's Build a Playground, March 5th through 10th. And they're looking for volunteers in all capacities to help with food, to help with building it, to help do whatever you need to do, run errands, do whatever you can. And they need at least 120 to 150 people a day at least. So if we can get that, that'd be amazing.
For the previous bill, they estimated the number of volunteers at about 1,000, and so that's what we're looking at again.
Just go to the website and sign up, and boy, are they going to be thankful that you did.
We sure are, and the sooner the better. We know for some
it's
folks
not that long away.
It's hard to commit in advance, but the sooner we know what each shift is going to look like, the easier it will be for us to plan. So we encourage folks to go today and sign up if they can.
Stop by the school, call the school, get on the website, all kinds of ways you can do it. castleofkingsport.com.
You got it.
castleofkingsport.com, okay. And again, this is a fantastic playground, and it's going to be accessible for everyone, children with disabilities, and that's so important in our area. And I just remember all the great memories we had there, and I just want the other children to have the same memories that my kids had there.
Well, and we learned how this playground has really had a special place in the hearts of many of our citizens. When we advertised that it was going to be removed, we said, please bring your family, take those last pictures. And so we saw a steady stream from the time that announcement was made up until demolition of people bringing their adult children back and having family pictures there one last time. And
I love that.
something we did that was really cool as a school family is Ashley worked with Cumberland Marketing to bring a drone over.
Oh, yeah.
And we got the entire student body out and took a picture one last time.
I love that. And I'll have to bring my kids when I get that
Please
picket and
do.
should get a picture of us who are on our picket. Thank you for joining us. So I hope that we have a great turnout with the community to help build this fantastic playground.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being with me today. See you back here next week with another edition of A Closer Look.